Let's deploy the Lightbits cluster. As you can see, I've already deployed an AVS SDDC, and I'm taking a look at some of the relevant fields that I'll need to remember for later on when deploying the cluster. I'll duplicate my tabs so that I can stay within Azure, but also still have access to my AVS information. And then once this page is loaded, in the search bar, I'm going to navigate to the Azure Marketplace. Once in the Marketplace, I'm going to search for Lightbits in the search bar and choose the Lightbits Cloud Data Platform and the version I want, in this case 3.6.1. I'm going to choose the subscription I want to deploy in, and then optionally create a new resource group or reuse one that's already been deployed. I'm going to choose my region, and then also whether I want to deploy in single zone or multi-zone. In this case, I'm using a single zone AVS cluster in zone 2, so I'm going to select that same zone. I then give my application a name, and then I can also optionally change the managed resource group name that the application will use. Onto the cluster settings page, I'm going to edit the virtual network. In this case, I'm going to change the name of the VNet that will be created. And then I'm also going to ensure that the address space that the VNet is using doesn't clash with the AVS SDDC address space. Please note that if you are connecting straight to the SDDC and allowing Lightbits to create the express route, you will need to create a brand new VNet when you deploy the cluster. Next, I'm going to choose the VM size for each of the VMs in my cluster. You can see I can choose between LSV3 and LASV3. I'm going to stick to L16SV3 for the demo purposes. I'm going to choose my instance count from 3 to 16, and then I'm going to choose the username that will be used to SSH into the cluster. I then choose whether I want to generate a new SSH key pair, use one that's already in Azure, or paste in a key. I'm going to generate a new key pair, and that means I need to give my key pair a name. Because we're creating a new VNet, I won't need to add a user-assigned managed identity, so I can skip this part. After clicking Next, I'm going to give my resources a prefix so they're easily findable, and enable the Lightbits support team to SSH access to the cluster in case of support needs. And then I'm going to give my customer name, my email, and a phone number. Here, I'm going to check the box that enables Lightbits to create the Ultra Gateway with FastPath to my SDDC. And then I'm going to get some connectivity information from the SDD itself. Specifically, I'm going to go to the express route page, and then I'm going to grab the key, the authorization key for the express route, and I'm going to paste that into the box that says express route key. And then I'm going to take the express route ID, I'm going to copy that value and paste it into the express route address ID. The last thing I'm going to do is select a gateway subnet that will be used for the gateway for the connection for the express route. Just ensure that it falls within the VNet address range and it doesn't overlap with either the cluster subnet or the function app subnet. I'm going to use the next logical address space. From here, I just review my entries. I need to click that I agree to the terms and conditions specified that Lightbits will deploy a managed application in my subscription, and Lightbits will manage this cluster for me if I choose to, and therefore resolve any problems that may occur. You can see I'm generating a new key pair, so it's going to give me the option to download the key pair, which I will, for use later. And then it's going to create a deployment for this Lightbits managed application. This deployment will take around 30 minutes because I'm creating all the express route information as well as the resources. All you need to do now is wait for the deployment to complete.